Hello, hello. Hi, guys. So, here again another Monday, and oh, yeah, I know the last one was long. It was long. It was long. But we're going to do another devotion, and this one, cutting it short. I'm going to do it short, I promise. So, guys, we are in First Samuel, chapter 9. So I'm gonna do like I said, I already tried to. I'm not going to only read no 3 and 4 chapters like the last time. I'm just going to tell all you, give you the backstory, and then come right here. So, backstory: Israel, the other nations surrounding Israel, everybody had a king. So today we're going to talk about, it will be somewhat continuation. I guess they could probably link, because I just want to highlight the fact that see yourself as God see you. I don't know how I'll put that as a topic as yet, but yeah, see yourself as God sees you. That's so important. So, backstory. So Israel, they wanted a king just like everybody else. But God explained to them, if you all have a king, that king is going to take your land, take all your treasured things, take your daughters, take your wives, and it is going to be his. And all you're going to work, and everything that is best, the best will go to that king. They say he still wants a king. Something was wrong with the Israelites. Something up here was not working. They say there's nothing, God. We want a king just like everybody else. So God told Samuel, he was the prophet at the time, go and I'm going to send you, and you're going to get Israel the king that they want, but I'm going to send you to find the person. So Saul, his father had a set of donkeys, and someday the donkeys turned up missing, and Saul went out. He and his servant went out to find said missing donkeys. But God is something else. You know God when you read it. So go back. I said another to go back. Go back and read it. You will see God set up the man. God lose the donkeys, lose the man donkeys, so that his will could be accomplished. Just know when things seem to be going haywire, upside down, all around in your life, just ask God, Lord, what is your plan in all of this? Because he have a plan, and there's intentionality when things seem to be upside down. He's not unaware, and sometimes he's do things for spite. I tell him all. So God really lose the man donkeys. All you go read it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go and dig up on the wall, see. So the man donkeys lost all. So Saul went looking. So God told Samuel, I send you to this place. You will find the boy who donkey missing. You see, I tell you, he set him up. So we reading from Samuel, 1 Samuel chapter 9. I'm reading from, the verse I want to get to is verse 21. But I will read for smooth reading. I'll read from verse 14. Let me read. We will read from verse 3. Now the donkeys belonging to Atta. Promise all I was about. You need to get the juice of the story. So I wouldn't time. We will read from verse 3. So now the donkeys belonging to Saul's father Kish were lost. And Kish said to his son Saul, take one of the servants with you and go and look for the donkeys. So he passed through the hill country of Ephraim and through the area around Shalisha, but they did not find them. They went on into the district of Shalim, but the donkeys were not there. Then he passed through the territory of Benjamin, but they did not find them. When they reached the district of Zuph, Saul said to his servants who was with him, come, let's go back, or my father will stop thinking about the donkeys and start worrying about us. But the servant replied, look, in this town there is a man of God. He is highly respected, and everything he says comes true. Let's go there. Perhaps he will tell us what way to take. Saul said to his servants, if we go, what can we give him? The food in our sacks is gone. We have no gift to take to the man of God, and what do we have? The servant answered him, look, he said, I have a quarter of shekel of silver. I will give it to him. Give it to the man of God so that he will tell us what way to take. Formerly in Israel, if someone went to inquire of God, they would say, come, let us go to the seer, because the prophet of today used to be called a seer. The prophet was a seer man. Good. Saul said to his servants, come, let's go. So they set out for the town where the man of God was. As they were going up the hill to the town, they met some young women coming out to draw water, and they asked them, is the seer here? He is, they answered. He's ahead of you. Hurry now. He has just come to our town. Come to our town today. For the people have sacrifice at the high place. For the people have a sacrifice at the high place. As soon as you enter the town, you will find him before he goes up to the high place to eat. The people will not begin eating until he comes, because he must bless the sacrifice. Afterwards, those who are invited will eat. Go up now. You should find him about this time. They went up to the town, and as they were entering it, there was Samuel coming towards them on his way up to the high place. Now the day before Saul came, the Lord had revealed this to Samuel. About this time tomorrow, I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin. Anoint him ruler over the people Israel. He will deliver them from the hand of the Philistines. I have looked on my people, for their cry has reached me. The cry for a king. When Samuel caught sight of Saul, the Lord said to him, this is the man I spoke to you about. He will govern my people. Saul approached Samuel in the gateway and asked, would you please tell me where the seer's house is? I am the seer, Samuel replied. Go up ahead of me to the high place, for today you are to eat with me, and in the morning I will send you on your way and will tell you all that is in your heart. As for the donkeys you lost 3 days ago, do not worry about them. They have been found. And to whom is all the desire of Israel turned, if not to you, your whole family line? You see, I tell you, God set up the man, lose the donkey. Lose the man, set a donkey, just so that they could, he and Samuel could bow. You tell Samuel in advance that you're going to, the man that you're going to meet on the way. And that's when you just stay calm and find out, okay, God, what's your plan? Because clearly you have one. So, verse 20 again, the second half. And to whom is all the desire of Israel turned, if not to you and your whole family line? Saul answers, there's the verse I want to get to. Saul answered, but am I not a Benjamite from the smallest tribe of Israel? Am I not from Covin Road? Am I not from Lavantil? Am I not from behind God back? Am I not an orphan? Was I not abandoned and is other people mind me? But am I not a Benjamite from the smallest tribe of Israel? And is not the clan of the least of all the clans of the tribe of Benjamin? And is not my clan the least of all the clans of the tribe of Benjamin? Am I not a result of a rape case? Am I not? And the list could go on and on, you name it. Why do you say such things to me? So Saul, being told by Samuel, more or less, you are the one chosen to be king over Israel, right? More or less that's what Samuel is telling Saul here, and Saul start to go back to his history and start to explain to Saul all why he not qualified. That Saul start to lay out his qualification as to why it can't be me. It cannot be me. So I tell you, this one going and be short. So I just have one little point that I want to bring across to my fellow brothers and sisters. In the words of the late, great Patrick Manning, do not, when God open gates, open now, there's be a little challenge, and sometimes you just wonder, nah, it can't be me. You serious? Who, me? Me what? It can't be me with. That was Saul. No. But it's who he's talking to. Saul did not believe that Samuel was giving him that responsibility because of where he came from. Please do not, I'm coming closer. Do not let your circumstances, your past, what you have, what you didn't have, your education, your position in society, cloud your judgment and reasonable thinking to almost tell Saul, whoever, almost tell Samuel, whoever that Samuel is in your life at that point in time. Nah, no thanks. Do not lose or loosen the other screws in your brain, because there's a loose screw moment at that point in time. You started to, nobody didn't ask Saul where he went, who is your mother, who is your father. Samuel didn't ask Saul a question, not a question. Who your parents were, the family that he was born in, the circumstances that he was living under. Nobody was asking Saul none of that. Here's this position. You are now called to fill this position. Say thank you and move along, please. You're in a job and they say they want you for the position, but you don't have a degree. Say thank you and move along, please. Find out what day you need to show up for work or sign in, because we're in COVID right now, so you had to sign in. So find out what day you need to sign in to that position and say thank you. Look up to the sky and say, Lord, I don't know what you're doing. I need you to go with me, but thank you. That's all you have to say. God didn't ask you that. He didn't ask you. He did not ask you that. You understand? He didn't ask where you came from. He didn't ask where your qualifications were. He did not. He didn't check in with your auntie, your uncle, your nenen, your school board. He didn't check in with your former principal to find out what kind of student. He didn't ask a thing. And so if nobody didn't ask you a question, stay silent and move along. So I'm saying to you all on this gracious Monday, windows, gates, because sometimes it does be gates, sometimes it does be doors, sometimes it's just be a little window, sometimes it's be a hole that you might have to crawl through. Whatever opening you get, say thank you and move along. Nobody didn't ask you your credentials, and please, you see, people is people, humans is humans, you understand? And we tend to judge people based on where they are presently, and think that have a major, what's the word? It defines your tomorrow. Your yesterday really don't define your tomorrow. It might make you more capable of handling your tomorrow, but it does not dictate as to how forward you could go. So if a door open for you to go forward, please strap up your boots, adjust your tie or your top, wherever, and keep pressing. You don't need validation from men, and if God say you're qualified, say thank you very much and keep it moving. You understand? That's all the validation you need, because you don't need it from man, you don't need it for your own self, because sometimes we disqualify our own self because we don't think and we don't. You start to call about where you come from, and if your tribe is not the least of all the clans, alright, nobody asks all that. So I decided to volunteer all this information without being asked a question as to his status. So I just saying, when you have opportunities, show up. Show up as if the president, show up. Dress the part and show up. That's all you need to do. Just show up for the task. Rely on God to help you and show up. If you don't think you have the capabilities, ask God, please put people in place to help me to accomplish the things that I need to accomplish for this position that you, God, have given me. That's also needed to say. So, my encouragement, admonition, plea to you, those of us who may not have been born, like I said in the last video, with a gold spoon in our mouth. No spoon, no cutlery. It wasn't even, we didn't even get plastic forks. Do not allow anybody, first of all. And don't allow yourself to disqualify yourself from the things that God have prepared and put in place for you. So, until next time, guys, have a great week. Be safe. Keep your mask on. Wash your hands, social distance, and be safe. Until next time, guys, have a great week.